I mean, I'm joking. Sure.
Hello.
Judy, Judy.
Tune in. How you doing? My name is Silo Kimba. Not alone. Never alone. I'm with the Yellow Bones.
Yeah. Imagine Sam.
Speak louder, Sam. What is wrong with you?
Hi, but put my phone swine.
Okay. What's the issue?
No, what I say. I've got two baby daddies with me today. Two Yellow Bone baby daddies.
He's wearing shades, dog.
He's a director. He's a famous movie director with 1 million views on YouTube. His name is Samkelo Dingi. How you doing, Mr. Dingi?
I'm grand still.
I'm good, man.
Superstar swag. Superstar swag.
Good job. Normalize ubizwa ngeyellow pond.
Eh?
You know what? Some people need to have something against someone to feel. Yeah, but
Oh,
so it's like you just let somebody have their thing. It's like yeah.
It's something that has to do with being against.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
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 It's better when you push someone down as you rise. Step on their head.
Step in their head.
Yeah.
And then feel like shit at the top.
Yeah, stump on your couch.
Because you've never been there. Because it wasn't just you.
It wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. It's lonely at the top, they say.
Oh, fuck. That's so true, eh?
How you doing?
I'm good.
What's up? What's been up? This is the last time you did an interview.
Hey.
I've never done an interview in my life because it's weird.
Okay, that's why you're wearing shades.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. So what do you struggle with on camera, which you create like behind camera? Because behind camera, like you're comfortable.
What's in Sabani in front of a camera?
Yeah.
I was kunting isabayo. Agiyona position yami,
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sabi camera kahle.
Yeah, to people look at me
Sure.
for what,
Sure.
because I have something they can look at
I get
and
you.
judge from.
I
At
get
least
you.
if you kulumanam, you kulumanam based on that,
Like it's cool.
Yeah, I can't just come in front of the camera and get anything I issue about my life.
No, get good.
Basically saying if I didn't have anything going on in my life, what's the point of being in front of the camera?
I get you. I get you. Oh, so now you have a lot of things going on in your life, so you can be in front of the
actually,
camera.
I have a
Okay.
What's going on in your life?
Okay.
Talk us through what's going on in your life.
nah lo mbuzo lo engathi awukho straight.
Whoa, you said there's things going on. What things are going on in your life?
Yeah, a lot, man. I'm just me. Being me.
As opposed to being who, Sam? As opposed to being who?
As opposed to, not being myself, trying to imitate a character on social media,
Okay.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Basically, that's it.
Why do I feel like you're talking about your movie?
My movie.
Yeah.
What movie are you talking about?
The one that's behind in the works. I got the scoop. I got the first scoop, dog. I got it from the grapevine. Rumor has it you're working on a movie. What's it called? And what is it about? How much can you give us before it's out?
Uzweguphi logo?
Eh?
Uzweguphi?
I heard it from the grapevine productions.
Ukuthi I'm working on a movie.
Yeah.
How?
Before we get to you working on a movie, Sam's last movie hit 1 million views on YouTube. It's called The Farewell. It's a Zulu movie that he did. How many years ago, Sam?
19, 20, 21, 22, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. It hit 1 million views in 2020, 2022 now.
Yeah, he hit 1 million.
How
this
the
year.
fuck did you hit 1 million views?
That's crazy, dude.
Huh?
How the fuck did you hit 1 million views? this shit gets like 100 views.
Do you know what I feel like?
Max.
Sam's trying to play the elusive guy, who's just doing shit in silence and whatnot. And dog, just tell us, what have you been up to, dude?
Okay.
How did the first movie come about? What's your role in the movie, and why that movie?
Don't be elusive.
I want to go elusive. That's the word, huh? Ukuba elusive.
You're Shelly, sir.
It's like you get there and people are like,
Aye.
how did you
Slippery.
get there? Because when my movie sort of like escalates, I had a lot of views and stuff. A colleague of mine, I was a seventh and I on the movie. He's like, bro, when and I'm like, it's just some sevens. So yeah. Ngihlezi nginaleyo understanding ukuthi okay,
You're too
I don't
humble.
need to
You're
get in
too-
front of the
too
mic
humble.
and explain myself. Yabo, I just do the work.
So did you
and-
create that movie?
Yeah.
So you wrote the story.
I wrote the story, I produced the story, I directed the story.
I edited the
That's
story.
my baby. I edited the story. Yeah.
Okay,
That's my baby.
Did
so
you feel?
what's the- so what's the story about?
Farewell story is about the farewell metric dance. Yeah, coming of age. Yeah.
What did? Wait, I got two questions. Did you feel like now when this movie was done, you felt like, yes, I've made it as a filmmaker. I'm a full-fledged filmmaker. And then two, why did you choose a coming of age story?
When I got the movie made, it became whatever that how it became. Well, I felt it came out exactly as I wanted it to be. Yes, obviously there could be improvement, but based on what we had, Ngaleso's cut in terms of a budget and my logistics and stuff, it came out because it's a movie that I've always wanted to do. So, yeah, that's that. What was the second question?
Why did you choose a coming of age story? Why did you choose to do a coming of age story?
Because I'm a student of life. I'm always fascinated with the idea of going to a certain stage of impilo in general. So coming from where I'm coming from, I always see when it comes to getting to a next stage as a band, we always hesitant, you know. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of effort to actually reach a next step. So coming of age more stories, basically, I love them because they speak life.
Sure. What stage were you in your life when you wrote that story?
I recently finished matric. Had nothing going on in my life. Yeah, I came with an idea. Knowing which value, obviously, I want to make movies and stuff. I felt it was gonna be an easy thing. I was close to the age gap. Story nje musbuka on its own, you know. So I felt it in resonating now with what actually goes on before you reach to a point whereby you like, now I'm starting a new chapter in my life. So I had a bit of that.
Okay, so you had made that leap when?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then who gravitated more to your movie? Was it the kids, Val?
Yeah, it was. You mean in terms of we boogie
Yeah, like to relate to.
Oh, did you watch the movie?
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh,
I haven't seen
damn,
it.
man! If you watch the movie, you would understand the movie.
Okay.
It's more than just the coming of age of teenagers finishing their matric and all that stuff. You would say it's life itself. You know, I don't want to explain my art,
Okay,
so you just have to watch.
Farewell.
Why don't you want to explain your art?
You mustn't spoil it. It's fine. Farewell.
It's not about spoiling it. It's about the art.
It's how you. It's like a chef. They want you to eat the food a particular way.
Yeah.
You don't just come in and add salt to food. They said, I made it this way. for it to have like a specific experience. Same thing.
Thank
Manje bengichazela ukuthi ngifake lana manje moyedla.
It's like blowing your own horn.
Yeah.
You should watch this movie because I did this. Listen to this. Because as far as people, they watch the movie. but funda, they like the movie. Ngendlela engafani. Some people say,
Cool. We back. Yeah. So let's do something. I got some topics from Super Producer from Culture Chaos. There's a tweet I saw online. It says this. It's obviously because of this whole Will Smith scenario. South African black men don't understand what Will did because they don't respect women, even their own wives. That's why they are obsessed with that YouTube podcast where women are disrespected weekly. I'm going to read it again. South African men don't understand what Will did because they don't respect women, even their own wives. That's why they're obsessed with that YouTube podcast where women are disrespected weekly. How do you feel about that tweet, Sam? That South African men don't respect women and that they're obsessed with these podcasts.
Is that an opinion or is they just saying?
Well, it's somebody just saying on Twitter.
Men disrespect women.
South African. Yeah.
Oh.
That's why you can't understand the Will.
Yeah, because
Will's actions.
Well,
you can't understand Will's actions because you disrespect your wife.
I'm action now we live in a context here like South Africa. It's kind of like disrespect that's it. Yeah, but when it comes to pressure, like not just pressure, Hollywood show business is a weird place.
Oh, so in award shows locally, if you go to like a comedian show, like they would disrespect you.
Chris Rock is a comedian, you know. Hollywood, and obviously the Baba Sevenza is in. It's a business, you know what I'm saying. So whether he action Will Smith, into final lines and final it's not a simple topic, you know what I'm saying. But in the context of ukuthi ngihlala la mina ngiphumela la kuleka nongoma, you don't speak about my wife noma ngayiphi indlela, you know what I'm saying.
I hear
but
what you're saying.
Context as a Hollywood ithanda kuba a little bit complex.
Sure.
That's why when it comes to my YouTubers, content creators, kuzothatha nje like maybe 2 to 3 weeks bekhuluma ngayo in noma ingayiphi indlela abathanda ukwenza ngayo, disrespecting or respecting, either way bazoba nesay kuleyo nto leyo. But in the context of ukuba South African,
I get you.
ngokuba umnguni or a Zulu man, yabo, it's a question for ongayibeka ngenye indlela, you know what I'm saying.
I think where I hear you is that there's going to be different perspectives based on your everyday life.
But the dynamic would be different too.
The dynamic obviously.
The dynamic within the relationship would be different too.
Yeah.
What do you mean by the dynamic in the relationship?
It wouldn't be the same relationship that Jada has with Will.
Exactly.
In the Ngunin sense. So the context that you're talking about locally, the dynamic would not be that dynamic.
Because when I watched that video, I felt to figure Chris Rock kwenza a joke. Ne? Umayenza joke, Will Smith was laughing at the joke. And then it was cut to Chris Rock again. Esa say it why valagi joke, and then you cut it. Will Smith was going to him, and then was some shy, and then was to awukhulumi ngomngami kanjalo wamthuka whatever the case. But the fact that uqale wahleka at the beginning,
sure,
and umfazi was not happy,
sure,
it means usho no, I'm going to protect my wife's emotion ngokuthi ngihambe ngiyomshaya
Dingi, wena ke ungareacta kanjani njengomnguni umuntu bekhuluma ngomngakho kanjalo uhlele Hollywood lapha? would you laugh at that joke if it was something that you felt so good you don't talk about my wife like that?
Obviously, very obviously, kufanele abheke ukuthi imodi kanjani before ahleke.
Before I say,
Yeah. Yeah. The fact that ufike wayithola leyo nto ifani.
So do you think? Okay, wait. Okay, Okay. So do you believe that then maybe it's an overreaction based on the initial about
Before you answer that, can I just also state that Will Smith is an Oscar award-winning actor.
That don't mean shit, Doug.
Yeah, well,
that don't mean shit.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I mean it means shit. Like it means shit, Doug.
Something I'm told to where you're getting to.
I'm saying these guys are actors, both of them too, and the ratings for the fucking Academy Awards. I think they're sitting at 7-8 million this year. 5 years ago, it was 20 million. Another 10 years ago.
They needed something big.
I'm just saying that this is happening and this is the context of this happening.
I get you.
And so, like, this is why, like, even discussing it in length is possibly irritating because in 5-7 years' time, we could find that somebody's going to say we found the script.
God.
Yeah. Again, ibuela back ukuthi Hollywood.
Yeah, ihlukile movie le Disney.
Show business in general. Show business in general.
Just think about how much money the station has made by everybody wanting to license this moment now because it's owned by someone. It was recorded and sent out and streamed to people. So now the ratings trajectory went from to maybe and it's Will fucking Smith, dude. Like he's a superstar. He's like on YouTube. He gets 6 million views.
Yeah, but that'll be wild. So just the play on their relationship, like they're just monetizing their relationship.
Yeah.
It is a business.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, like it's a business at the end of the day. Like, look at everybody gotta get that streaming bag. But whether you're getting in, Beyonce came in, Oti Disney, Oti music video exclusive to Disney. That's an hour long. Shame Al Fast paid a bunch of artists.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna take another 2-3 weeks, probably a month. People creating content off Lente and Zagalil, and people will be streaming that. People will be making money out of that.
So as deep.
So the tweet is null and void.
I mean, I just think, like Sam said earlier, it's just someone's opinion, you know.
I get you.
And really, that's all it ever is on Twitter. And I think people are always thinking so much that they forget that they think that this is the whole world.
Yeah,
but it's not, dude.
And it's not like and I don't remember the last Twitter stats, but I know that the people on Twitter are a small majority of how South Africans think. And it's an average of it, but it's a small Twitter way of thinking, you know. I think a lot of people in a lot of rural places in this town are going to carry on and maybe hear about it on Metro FM and whatever local radio station they hear about.
Yeah, I'm sure they've seen a Will Smith movie.
No,
Will Smith.
Zulu Shahid in Bama.
Yeah.
Because TikTok already, just TikTok alone, I can imagine if what happens if you search for
when you banded Kick Bash has a skit. You know, he's a king of some skits anyway.
Sam loves King Bash.
I've been a fan Guma Vine, bro. Back then.
All I want to say
before internet, CJ, is surfacing. We had King Bash on DVDs.
Okay, wait, before we carry on, so we're saying that our opinion, like this person's opinion, our opinion is that South African men do respect women and even their wives and are not addicted to the YouTube podcast where they disrespected weekly because, you know, do you watch that podcast?
I know.
Which podcast?
I think they talk about Kevin Samuels.
Do
you watch it weekly?
No, I don't watch it weekly. I've seen Kevin Samuels.
So she's wrong because there's 3 men saying they don't watch it weekly. They don't watch the show weekly.
No.
I mean, I respect women.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, even though I call my girl a bitch, what up, girl? But I respect women. You know, it's in your actions. I believe.
Yeah.
Like
Sure cares.
words.
To understand that now because we are as the internet and you watch Kevin Samuels. There's someone on Kevin Samuels on Azilut. The fact that when you just saying, "Oh, I can call my women a bitch,"
Yeah.
they will say, "What would you say this? Yo, Sholoko Angelo, Gwintombiako, or whoever."
But I do.
And then there's a majority of people who look Tataloga as disrespect.
Yeah.
So it goes back to the point in the CBG of
Opinion.
perceiving isn't in a Hollywood way, in a fashion, in a show business.
Yeah.
Yo, the maning amathuba ukuthi singatuka and not understand ukuthi what is it that needs to be done or ngendlela ekufanele abantu ngabenza ngayo.
I really think people are just now, because humans, right? We see and we do. Monkey see, monkey do. I believe as humans, we're just feeling now what happens when you expose human beings to 30, 40, 50 years of celebrity. Everybody inside themselves is trying to express themselves as a celebrity, as a rock star. And it's not a bad thing. I think I'm a rock star, you know? Like I really think I do, you know? So it's not a bad thing, but it's now some people forget that on Monday you're going to work. You're not going to be sitting with your dietitian planning your meals for 3 months. You're not going to get into a helicopter to go attend something and then another. You're not going to be in 3 cities. You're just going to work and back. And it's fun to go out and dress up and do things. It's fun, but everything in moderation as a real human being, because we're part of the 99%, man. Like, I don't know what's this because there's real people with money.
Yeah. And the majority of people go internet, everybody has an opinion, is an expert.
Yeah.
To something they actually have no information about it. So everybody has a suggestion. Everybody can just wake up and say, "Oh, this is what happened," and they just write a note or go say, this is what, this is disrespectful, this is what. Okay, cool. But when it comes to the real world, to day-to-day situation,
do you think in the context, okay, let's say if it wasn't show business, do you think it's just right
in there,
like to hit him?
He perceived it to be. That's the thing. It's like, Mina, I always try to look at life and what I would do. I'd carry on laughing at my wife. That's who I am. Other people move through worlds differently. He feels that's the way he. But then again, I'm like, this is a scene in a movie.
No. I'm just saying,
it's
like,
wait.
Like, I'm saying, wait, no, but I'm just saying, it's okay, cool. Let's say this is like out there about this thing, whatever, and there's a perspective to say, him assaulting somebody at work is like right.
Yeah.
Like you'd see that, like your man doing that, like is right. Okay, but it's a movie. It's a movie.
This is the way I see the world. This is the way I'm not a violent man. I avoid conflict at all times. So
I get you.
Maybe Will Smith has a threshold where that line gets broken, you know.
Yeah, Irazo 18.
Because I haven't even heard his acceptance speech.
Denzel Washington.
Sure.
Yazo 10. Ute, when you are at your peak, that is when the devil sneaks in. Will Smith. Will Smith has been at the top.
My nigga.
But still isn't reactor. So which means like look at Denzel Washington. We all know Denzel Washington is married and he has a son, but we don't know anything about his wife and all the stuff and all that shit. Never mind he's in the show business, I don't know. He might be doing some other stuff, but nobody gravitates towards which I'm not sure anything about her. So into ishilo Will Smith ukuthi basically out of le ndaba eyisho mina personally ngitheme ngiyilalelisa ngayisho ukuthi what is saying ukuthi never let those emotions be above you, cause the decision ayithathile, you know.
Mina, oh, never mind.
Because the decision ayithathile could be good for business, and that's another context. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Moving on. Another topic from the streets. Okay. There's a picture. Please inquire how to obtain informal trading permits at your municipalities. Avoid impoundments. This is a tweet from Joburg Metro Cops. So what's been happening in the country is that there's this thing where Metro Cops afige to my traders or my fruits from the streets. So somebody replies and says, the Metro Police should be going trader to trader with a stack of forms, helping them obtain informal trading permits. But it's easier to photograph yourselves literally taking food out of the mouths of black families. And yeah, you guys can look at that. So how do we feel about the way the state is dealing with, you know?
Yo, man. Hey, Landia WS of it. Yeah, WS. Because I'm a police, yeah. And the government, they will be up there at your door front, you know, taking your stuff. But there's never programs or Puma communities to actually educate people. Look at this is how we do things. This is how, you know. So I have so much about what is happening with subject, but looking at this into personally, like I've never seen. I don't see government and the police are doing enough to actually educate people. Like if a police can just rock up Lana. And say something. Well, we educated, we know how do we react. But now, if Emakaya and the policeman just rocks up and then do everything, there's something on a subconscious mind as I say get wrong. Either way, no matter what, that person is not supposed to get inside and take my stuff. You know, there's an element of Sabama Poisa because I'm lacking information. Or good to know this is how we should be addressing, isn't?
And Sam, you're from Efolweni, which is like south of Etegwin. You live in a place that's not super logish, as in like it's a bit further. I think in my lived experience, in the way I've seen South Africa, the more you get away from actual town, the more information starts to also disappear. Like town is the middle of information, and so you're not like the normal person from Gagini. You're a geek. You found information interesting, and you dig out. And sorry, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So that's also made you like stand out, even like your career is like not a normal career where you're from. Yeah, well. So how is it like then you coming to meet me, Model C, and then going back and following and hanging out with the kids at following? What is that difference for you like? Because you're talking about that person. I'm trying to figure out these people that you say are not educated or don't have the education rather. Well, how is that like for you? Or how do you deal with that?
It's a struggle, a serious one, you know. The way isn't in the suburbs it's way different. Every time you go back to location, whether it's 5 or 3 or 10 years later, you find behaviors of people that come up again, you know, abakulai. they display almost a similar elements as people I should say, oh no, they're struggling or what's not. So being a geek, you always be a loner. You always, being perceived as, like, what the fuck is wrong with him or what's not. Uthanda lezi zinto, ubani okayithanda leyo nto. But you just have to hold on to into your believe like and the people that surround you, like especially like family and very close friends and relatives. Because obviously society just sort of like excluded from this dating. It's like, no, I usually siyakhuluma lana sikhuluma about something that happened la ngasekhaya. He's gonna talk about Joe Rogan and what's not. But at the end of the day, some stuff that you feel
one of those podcasts that degrade women.
You're obsessed with our podcast that degrade women.
Hey.
You don't listen to podcasts that degrade men.
For me, about that statement, dog, it ultimately just discounts, like, it just makes South African men seem like their experience is childish, like they can't disseminate what their own experience is, so they can't make decisions for themselves. To even say like you discount the actual person's experience about it. So it's like.
And we're back. So, Sam, you wanted to say something about bubbles.
Oh, konje bisuke lapha le about bubbles.
That everybody lives in their own bubble.
Yeah, everybody is living in their own bubble. There's an understanding. There's an understanding ukuthi life as you see on the internet, how people perceive it. Some people actually believe that it happens there, which is valid. And there's another huge bubble, which personally I'll be like, I can't afford to stream Kevin Samuels or any of these people from the internet. It could be people who are degrading women. It could be channels who are degrading men. I don't have a data to actually stream levels. So there's a huge chunk of people who don't understand how you behave as a Zulu, how you behave as a Silo, the behavior could come up. And whatever behavior, the way you perceive impilo comes from your own family, from the school that you went to, from the people that surround you.
Bunch of conditioning.
Basically conditioning. That creates a bubble. You are always right in your own way. And there is someone, a township, or I should say, as soon as they come over, the way they speak, you can judge them. It's not wrong. You can judge them based on how they talk, their accent, and you say, nanesingi sucking at it. No, hey, come on, following, and already Lomonto is perceived. Box as a kind of a person, which obviously you are protecting your own bubble, until you get to know Lomonto. Going back to thing, following, you follow it to me, but I know as soon as I come across you guys, it's like popping a bottle. I'm giving you a different perspective of Uguti. That place where I come from, there are people who actually do things like this, think like this, and what's not. And whoever thinks a certain way is being conditioned because of
surroundings.
Surroundings. Thank you.
You're the master of your own universe, but you walk around other universes.
Yeah.
And
sometimes,
Dingi,
sometimes you can walk, you can go to Amanyama universes and then from Loma universes and not find your place. And find maybe a small spot and you start to procreate.
That's identity.
Yes.
Identity politics.
Because I can leave this podcast and go back to Elokshin or Eskomplaza. Ngiyohlala nomjita who doesn't even know what is the word podcast mean. Because there are people who don't even know.
Podcast
Yeah.
Sure.
Wena kalo mfethu sikubona ukhuluma nama-mic lapho usuyacula lapha. When you can look at it and say, lo muntu lo uyistorm. I think cha, no, akastorm. He honestly doesn't know.
No,
Not experienced.
He's not experienced that.
But
And
according to Yazi that will educate you.
And as soon as it's like, okay, let me take my time and sit down and listen to this person. And then you listen and you start cracking, isn't it? And you actually realize, actually, it's the condition.
You know, that's also what you actually find is that like how people piece things together is what actually shows like if like it's okay, he's not exposed to it, cool. But the way ehlanganisa into would be like, hey, this person's actually like really like on it, like
he thinks smart. There's an intellect in the way he does things or they do things. Because especially I think that's like when you find a black woman that has fucking the brains out of the blue. She could be fucking from anywhere, a hair salon, but you're like, fuck, dude. You're sharp.
Exactly.
You're just missing that piece of information that could take you to the next level.
Yeah.
And there are so many people.
There's a lot of
in
people
this country.
It's like you can actually find a woman who can just sit here and not say anything and just say, I'm happy you guys are doing anything. And maybe in your own world, on your own pub, you can say, she's dumb. She doesn't have anything to say or what's not. But you miss out on she's seeing a bigger picture. Then I'm just talking that's gonna be on the internet. Maybe she will look and say, no, I'm here because ngithandana noSlungu, ngithandana noSamkelo, ngithandana no Zulu. I'm just making sure he's well fed, he's safe. And then you go back to the internet that might look at that person as like, why would you put yourself in this position? You should be like Bonang. You should be like all these other girls about famous. But not everyone is like that. They are also in their own bubbles. You know? Yeah.
I can hear you.
No. All right, cool. RadioDR.co.za. It's a wrap.
Tune in.
Thank you, Samkelo Dingi, for coming on. Check out the movie Farewell on Green Light Productions YouTube page. Zulu, final last words. Shout out to the producer.
It was a pleasure, Sam.
Always been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for wearing your glasses throughout and keeping continuity. And keep subscribed. I have a feeling something's coming on Greenlight Productions YouTube page. It's just a hunch. Deeply rooted. Bye.